And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm here to make sense out of the senseless right here on SHR Media, conservative media done right. We'll also be broadcasted after the show approximately 10 o'clock every Monday and Friday on KLRN Radio. Black nail. I don't have black nails. If you want to jump in the chat, you can jump in the chat. Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Join the conversation. No, I got buzzing and beeping and beeping and tell me what movie that's from. Tell me what movie that's from. Airplane 2. William Shatner. Oh. I didn't even notice that. How's everybody doing? How was their weekend? Mine's doing great. I also noticed, not noticed, but one of the things that's going in my area, we still have two major areas of flooding in my town. And I can't get over it. I want to sympathize with these people. I do. It was like, why? Why won't the county and the state do something? For the people that are living in these areas, I know you want it done. When I had my electric was out, I wanted it done, but it takes time. There's certain processes. Number two, we're still under flood warning in our area. It's been what, a week or two? 2 weeks? Week and a half? And we still have flooding from the storm. There's no place to put a lot of this water. It's slowly going to start receding, and we can start pumping out these areas. They're trying to get areas the best they can. And I know people want back in their houses. I know that, and I want to sympathize with you, but people, there's not a lot that can be done right now. We got to have patience. We will rebuild this area. We will overcome. So I just... And screaming and yelling on Facebook is not going to help. All right. So what we are going to talk about is screaming and yelling on Twitter and the news. Because there's been some massive stupidity going on. It just... When you got to put out articles and tweets to announce that Trump didn't really work at a McDonald's, that it was a political stunt, you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel, and that's desperation. And this campaign is full of desperation. They're really swinging on what's the last of the campaign. And we're going to talk more later. There's some scary things coming out about election night. In fact, let me see. Here it is. Let's pull this up. All right. And let me go full screen with that. All right, yeah. Everybody should be able to see it. Let me get out of here. And if you're looking at that, and it's been several places I've been talking about, several Secretary of States come out, well, we don't know if we're going to have the results for about 3 or 4 days from now. For decades, we've been able to get results that night. There's been no issue. No issue at all. We know the results. Now, all of a sudden, now they want to talk and say, oh, we may not have our results. It's absolutely amazing that they think we're stupid or they're that incompetent. Because for you to tell me that it's going to take 3-4 days for you to tabulate the results, that's telling me that you need to go through the results, find out how many votes you need to cheat the vote and make up ballots. And I'm not the only one, and it's not a conspiracy thing. It's how you're portraying this. When you're telling me decades, you can get results. Problem is, I'm hoping, and I want to see everybody get out there and fucking vote. As I said, vote like you're the third monkey on the ramp to Noah's Ark. And brother, it's raining. If you don't know that expression, comes from you're the third monkey. Oh, fight like you're the third monkey on the ramp to Noah's Ark, and brother, it's raining. And if you're the third monkey, if you know your religion, he took 2 of each species. So you're going to fight that motherfucker to get on that boat. So you're number 2. Well, vote like that. Get out there. Make this election so loud that it would be impossible for them to cheat. Get out there. There's no reason not to vote. If people in North Carolina that are devastated can get out there and vote, you can vote. It's not hard. There's early voting, mail-in. There's so many ways to do it, and there's no reason not to get out there and vote. I'm not saying there's going to be a red wave, but when this election's over, I want a fucking red tsunami. That's what I want to see. I want to see a red tsunami that embarrasses the shit out of the Democrat Party, that sends them back into the drawing board to rethink that whole party dynamic. That's how bad I want to see this election turn red. Not saying it's going to, but that's how bad I want it. I want to see a revamp of the Democrat Party. And I don't think they're far from that. Because if their ideas were so spot on to what the Americans want, they would not be importing voters. And they have been for decades. Going back to California in the 80s was red. It was Republican. The Democrats convinced Ronald Reagan to grant amnesty to illegal immigrants on the promise that they would fix the border. They got the goddamn amnesty, backed out of ever fixing the border, as we've seen for how many decades now? A good 4 decades. And then California turned blue. Why? Because that's where a lot of those immigrants were in California, and they voted Democrat. Hey, I don't know why, but whoever is saying hi on Facebook, hey, it just comes up Facebook user on my thing. I do apologize. Let me see if I can find out who that is, because I don't like doing that. I don't like being impersonal. But we need to embarrass this vote so bad on the Democrat Party that they'll never again pull this shit. Claudia, hey, what's up? Like I said, I apologize about that. I had to look it up. Get out there and vote. Down ballot. Hey, Greenhorn. How's everybody doing? Like I said, anybody's got questions, comments, just throw them in there. BZ. Yeah, I love BC. He's a great guy. He's got a great show. Can't speak highly enough of him. He's a good friend. I call him a friend. I tell you what, SHR has been and probably always will be a family to me. If it wasn't for Sackhead Sean, I wouldn't be doing this. He gave me a chance. I had to step away, and BZ was welcoming me back with open arms. In fact, I want to say he was kind of glad to see me come back. So I appreciate it, and I appreciate BZ. We're trying to expand. We're trying to grow SHR Media. We're trying to grow within ourselves. And for those that aren't on or subscribed, don't forget to hit subscribe to our YouTube, subscribe to our Rumble. We're trying to get to 500 on YouTube. We're very, very close. So anybody can help out. It's free. Just hit that subscribe button. And also, if you want to help us out, go to shrmedia.com and sign up. We don't sell your information. We don't give it out. We send you an email every now and then with some news. That's it. And it helps with these algorithm monsters. Greg, nice to meet you. Let me make sure I'm saying hi to. Tagged Greg. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, Claudia. Sorry. Let's get back going. I want to see such, and I don't like talking the red wave because then people get a little complacent when it comes to voting. Well, if it's going to be a red wave, I'll just stay home. I don't want to go. And don't bother me. You got to understand, I have fun pissing off liberals. I do. And I am blocked by so many liberals because I'm a child at heart. And I'm also stubborn. So I will argue with someone till the cows come home. If I think I'm right, I will not back down. So, yeah, hey, bring them on. We need to get out and vote like there's no tomorrow because our country literally is hanging on a thread right now. It is. Kamala could just be that last straw. I'm not saying she's going to be, but her policies and what she stands for is not going to be good for our country. Period. Why am I out of focus? And thank you for sharing the show. I do appreciate that. Don't forget the like buttons. Like I said, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. With that, we're going to be right back in a moment.
Politics, commentary, sarcasm, alcohol, and high blood pressure. It's as American as a good revolution. So tune in every Monday and Friday at 12 Pacific, 3 p.m. on the East Coast on the SHR Media Network and KLRN Radio. For details, visit www.shrmedia.com.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm here to make sense out of the senseless right here on SHR Media, conservative media done right. We are also simulcast, well, maybe not simulcast, but rebroadcasted on KLRN Radio. Yes, for the one that posted about vintage, that wasn't me. I did not do that. I am not taking responsibility for that. Oh, all right. Let's see. What do we want to do next? There's another one. All right. This kind of tells me just how down the shithole Kamala is right now. Kamala, whatever her fucking name is. Harris surrogate Mark Cuban tells CNBC he'd work with Trump's administration if asked. This man has been a mouthpiece. I can neither confirm nor deny any accusations as at the time as it may incriminate somebody else. Mark Cuban, he's been a mouthpiece, and so far of Harris's ass, it's not even funny. He's now, but if Trump wins, I'll work with him. This man is desperate. I keep using that word a lot when I'm talking about liberals nowadays, is desperate. Mark Cuban is so desperate to be liked and loved. He's jealous of, in my opinion, he's jealous of Elon Musk. He's jealous of Donald J. Trump. He's jealous in the respect and love that they have. And that he can't get it. He doesn't understand it. And that's it kind of tells me what kind of man he is. And then he turns around and, I'd work for Trump. That's desperation. I would never have anybody that bashes me like Mark Cuban has, and then ask for a job. No. Listen, I don't mind I love to see RFK there. I love seeing Tulsi. Oh my God. You know who I'm talking. Gabby. I love seeing her there. I love to cross ideas. But this man is out there bashing. How you doing, Mike? Thank you for being here. It's Mark Cuban. Now, a lot of people have said it. He is the dumbest, richest man I've ever seen. Whether he's just stepped in some good shit and got lucky, because he doesn't seem that smart. Or at least his social skills suck big time. And he's out there crying about Elon Musk, and they're trying to attack Elon Musk because he's offered $1 million jackpot if you sign a petition for the First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, something like that. But Oh, he's trying to buy votes. No, he's not. And there was a lawyer in Pennsylvania. He's like, oh, the federal government needs to get involved. He's breaking the law. Or, well, maybe we ought to have the state look into it. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, the state can't look into it because he's not breaking any laws. Well, the federal government should jump in and vote. Oh, he's not breaking it. Oh, well, Pennsylvania gambling laws should look into this because he's a form of gambling. They're so desperate. Where were these mouthpieces in 2020 when Mark Zuckerberg put $500 million into the election and swayed it and has admitted that he swayed the election, that he interfered in the election? He has admitted it. He's apologized for it. But I don't hear a goddamn liberal. How about George Soros and all the money that he spends? And the fact that he just bought 200 radio stations. And it was fast-tracked because he is a foreigner buying radio stations. He was fast-tracked by our federal government to own them. If you got a shit state attorney, guess who got him elected? George Soros and his money. It's not a theory, it's a fact. We got so many upcoming expansions to SHR Media shows and a bunch more. I can't talk about a lot of it right now, but there's a lot of things in the works to expand us, to expand shows. And I hope to God everybody loves it. You want to see how desperate the left is? They got Mark Hamill. And let me put this up. I know Sackhead Sean talked about this today, too. All right. Who grins gleefully while holding a photo of a kidnap victim? This isn't thumbs up at a gravestone pad, but I can't help but wonder what the hostage's parents' expressions were when they saw this image. The man is mentally deeply unwell. And this is the photo. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you how to debunk this very easily. You're going to right-click. Search with Google Lens. You want to see what the parents were thinking? There they are. Smiling too. And they're going to try to lie to you about it. No, actually, it is. I know, I thought it was Photoshop too, but it's an actual picture on there. But he was with the parents and the brother. I've seen conflicting reports whether it's his brother or whether it's him, but he's rescued. But it wasn't a somber time, and they were all smiling. But they had to crop that photo. They had to crop it to knock everybody out of there. And Mark Hamill, the scumbag that he really is, and showing, puts that out there. And the Democrats have, for how many years now, talked about disinformation. And that's all they fucking have. And if anybody knows, there is a difference between misinformation, disinformation, and the Democrats are crying, we need to get rid of misinformation. Hey, Ian, I keep forgetting I have this ability. Yeah, he did. And it shows just how bad that campaign is, because I've only seen one truth come out of that campaign, that there's nothing in her head. And no, that is what she said. I'm not going to be Joe Biden. That's, would she done anything different? Nothing comes to my mind. It is. I should have saved that little cartoon. Oh my God, it was freaking funny. Showed it to my mom and she was laughing her ass off. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Just spinning through the wheel of X. Yeah, Dominion voting is crying because it's being pointed out that there's some issues with the voting machines and all that. And we'll protect your company and we'll do this and we'll do that. You ain't going to do shit. Your machines are fucking up. We've known it. We've known that they're easily hacked. Damn. I'm going to have to play another video too because I really want everybody to understand. Let's talk about it real quick. I know I'm jumping around. Hang on. Understand. Donald Trump's elected. He wins. It's not over, people. The fight won't be over. And they told us. Ready?
What can be put into the Constitution can slip away from you very quickly. And the greatest example going on right now before our very eyes is Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which they're just disappearing with a magic wand, as if it doesn't exist, even though it could not be clearer what it's stating. And so, they want to kick it to Congress. So it's going to be up to us on January 6, 2025, to tell the rampaging Trump mobs that he's disqualified. And then we need bodyguards for everybody and Civil War conditions, all because the 9 justices, not all of them, but these justices who have not many cases to look at every year, not that much work to do, a huge staff of justices who have not many cases to look at every year, not that much work to do, a huge staff, great protection, simply do not want to do their job and interpret what the Great 14th.
And the Democrats tell you what they're going to do. They're going to try to say that he's not eligible. And they know it could cause a civil war, and they don't give a flying fuck. They talk about democracy. We got to save democracy, and they're willing to overthrow it. They are going to do everything they accused us of in 2020. They're going to do it. They're going to attempt to do it, whether they're successful or not. That's yet to be seen. I'm not going to make a prediction. Because as we saw in 2020, and I hate to just put it like this, American peoples, we had to sit back and take it. We took them stealing the election. And there was nothing we could do. And I hate to put it like that. And I'm not calling for violence. I'm not calling for civil war. Oh, here it is. All right, I did find it. we're going to watch this and then go to break. Sorry, this one, it had me laughing my ass off.
Ms. Harris, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Brad.
Thank you.
We'll see how this goes for you.
Mrs. Harris, how many people do you believe have crossed the borders? Miss Harris. Kamala, please. Mrs. Vice President, it's a simple question.
I'm speaking. Excuse me, I'm speaking.
I apologize. All right, well, I'm just going to say it. She destroyed him. Oh, my gosh. Right? Oh, golly, he's so embarrassed. I bet those Republicans are regretting that one. Kamala.
We'll be right.
Liberty, news, politics, commentary, sarcasm, alcohol, and high blood pressure. It's as American as a good revolution. So tune in every Monday and Friday at 12 Pacific, 3 p.m. on the East Coast on the SHR Media Network and KLRN Radio. For details, visit www.shrmedia.com.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe. I'm here to make sense out of the senseless right here on SHR Media, conservative media done right. All right, also be rebroadcasted on KLRN Radio right after the show. You can also catch our show. If you want to listen to us through podcast, you can go to shrmedia.com and click on podcast. We have our speaker feed up there. You can also catch us on iHeart. Oh, I always fumble this. iHeart, Spreaker, Spotify, Apple, and the list goes on and on and on. But just go to Spreaker or shrmedia.com and click on the podcast. Oh, where do we go from here? It's a strange feeling when it comes to this election, because I feel Donald Trump's got a good commanding lead. But I got this. I'm worried about what the Democrats got up their sleeve to try to take this. I don't know if they can. If everybody goes out and votes, I don't think they can take it from us. But it's going to take the United States citizens to get out there and vote like they've never voted before. I know I talked about it at the start of the show, but it's that important. Our country is kind of at a crossroads. And we've been at a crossroads a couple times recently. And every time I think we're going in the right direction, correcting the ship, get kicked in the balls and turned around back the other way. We got to make this so loud, so big, that'll even get through the thick skulls of the Democrats, that the people aren't going to take it, and we're going to stand up. We may not be able to right now overthrow our government, which, by the Declaration of Independence, states we have a right to. And that's what a lot of people forget. We have the right to throw out these people. It is our government, not theirs. It is our country. They serve us. Let me see some. All right. Trying to. The Declaration of Independence says that we not only have the right, but we also have the duty to alter or abolish any government that does not secure our unalienable rights, including life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Given that the United States was formed by settlers who threw off British government rule, this is also a historic precedent for overthrowing the government. The idea of the right to revolt was famously articulated in the Declaration of Independence, which declared that whenever any form of our government becomes destructive of these ends, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute new government. That is our right. And these politicians need to be reminded of that. That we can take the power back. But they are smart and they have us fighting against each other. And that's where the danger comes in. So we're going to jump a little gears here. Nathan Wade reveals Fani Willis planned Trump prosecution before she took office. Wade's deposition on October 15 before Chairman Jim Jordan committee revealed Willis planned her legal assault on Trump before she took office in January 2021. Wade also struggled to remember the timeline, acknowledged Willis contacted him sometime after the election, but prior to her taking office, to recruit him to lead a search committee for a special prosecutor to target Trump. The committee eventually selected Wade. Eventually, I guess, the committee turned their guns on me and started trying to convince me to accept the role, Wade said. The day after Wade signed his lucrative contract with Willis, he filed for divorce from his wife. Willis and Wade later testified in court that after they began their affair and after Wade began receiving checks from her office, he took her on multiple exotic vacations. Wade officially resigned from the case in March 2024 after Fulton County Judge Scott McAfee ruled that Wallace could only remain on the Trump case, his sole assignment, if she removed Wade or if he voluntarily resigned. Well, McAfee's ruling found that the former lover's relationship produced no actual conflict. He wrote that the two engaged in an appearance of impropriety, necessitating Wade's removal. This confirms the witch hunt and the targeting of Trump. It was, let's go after him, and then we'll figure out what we're going to go after him for. And that's exactly what happened in New York, an overreach. The appeals court just has ripped that case apart. If you have seen any of the appeals court videos, I don't know if I have. Let me see if I can find a quick video. All right. I haven't seen this exact no, that's not the one I wanted. And all the ones I'm seeing are too long, so I do apologize. Let me scan through this. But the appeals court kind of ripped the whole case apart. That's looking for an overturn. The Janie Carroll civil case, I'm pretty sure that's going to get overturned because there was a lot of evidence that was not admitted into the case. And we keep allowing this to happen. That's what I'm hoping this election really screams that the American people are tired of this bullshit. And we're calling for it to stop. The scary part is I don't think the Democrats are going to listen wholeheartedly. I hope they do. They lose enough seats, and right now some of the predictions, this doesn't mean you don't go out and vote, go out and vote. But some of the predictions are that the Republicans take the White House, the Senate, and the House. I'm a little worried about the House. I am. But you never know. All right. We'll be right back.
Politics, commentary, sarcasm, alcohol, and high blood pressure. It's as American as a good revolution. So tune in every Monday and Friday at 12 Pacific, 3 p.m. on the East Coast on the SHR Media Network and KLRN Radio. For details, visit www.shrmedia.com.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe. Here to make sense out of the senseless, right here on SHRmedia.com. Conservative media done right. Also be broadcasted on KLRN Radio. I want to thank them. I appreciate them. Oh, now, here's some numbers for you. Okay. Texas has 30.5 million residents. Florida has 22.6 million residents. And we will, and Texas will, report the winner on election night. Wisconsin has 5.8 million. Michigan has 10 million. Georgia has 11 million. But they won't be able to report the winner on election night. What does that tell you? What does that tell you, people? That there is going to be some fucking cheating going on. So I say vote like you're that third monkey on the ramp to Noah's Ark and it's starting to rain. Get out there. If North Carolina and Florida, both of us, we got fucking hammered. And Tennessee, we got hammered with weather, storms. And we're getting out there and vote. So can you. Again, I'm going scrolling through Twitter real quick, and all I see is the mouthpieces are out there outright lying, because they have nothing. To the point that you have Democrat Representative Dean Phillips slams Kamala Harris for focusing on Trump instead of what she believes. He has criticized her for focusing on attacking former President Donald Trump instead of being clear about what she believes. When you watch these interviews, it's not about what she's going to do. To one point, or one of her answers was Trump's campaigning. Yeah. It's just... And the only real thing they have is abortion. Abortion and illegal immigration. What I don't understand is Democrat Party bashes the family nucleus, having kids. You know, abortions. Who's more apt at becoming a Democrat of the future? Come on. A child of a Democrat. So what are they doing? They are murdering off and not having kids, which is destroying their own party. How dumb can you be telling the people that you need to support you not to create more little dumbasses? I don't understand it. I really don't. I'm going to turn the autofocus off on this camera tonight because that's bugging the shit out of me. And you can see how bad her campaign is doing because you're starting to have down ballot candidates back away from her. And some of them are even trying to cozy up to Trump now. Why? Because they know they're in trouble. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to see that. But that doesn't mean not to go out and vote. That means put the pedal to the metal and keep going. Show them just how fucking popular Trump is. Don't be afraid to go out there and vote. To be honest, we outnumber them. They don't outnumber us. I might say, yeah, let's go, but vote for who you want. But that is one of the great things of this country, is being able to vote for who you want to vote for. How many countries are out there that you can't vote who you want? Got to do it, people. Now we got NATO warning of serious escalation if North Korean troops fight in Ukraine. It's like, oh my God, every day, or at least every week, it seems like these leaders just want another world war. They forgot what it was about. Maybe it's their idea of population control. I fear they're gonna want to start it. Even if Trump wins, they're gonna start it before. Dumbass will drag us into it. And it'll be up to Trump to get us out. I don't know what North Korea is thinking. That'd be dumb of them. Their population isn't doing that great to begin with. Polls are showing Democrats on track to lose 2 key House seats they currently hold. Republicans have taken the lead in 2 of the most consequential U.S. House races in the country, which will have large roles in deciding which party takes control of the 119th House Representatives. An internal poll for California Republican Scott Baio conducted a WPA Intelligent October 17th to 18th finds him leading Democrat Dave Min in California's 47th Congressional District, a seat currently occupied Representative Katie Porter. I find it funny. I tried looking for polls, presidential polls for New York. They haven't posted a poll since September. And it kind of says, why haven't they done that? And you have Trump going into New York and campaigning big time. He's gone. He's doing Madison Square Garden. I mean, if he did not have a shot or a chance, that'd be a waste of time for him to do that. I'm not saying he's going to flip New York red, but I wonder if there's a chance there. What is that internal polling showing on New York that we haven't seen? The foothold of the Democrats is, I think, weakening. They've overplayed their hands on several things. They've pushed it and pissed too many Americans off, and they woke it up years ago, the silent majority. And they keep poking the bear on them. They keep poking the bear. And they keep trying to piss people off, it seems like. It's like, are you trying to start something between the people and the government? It's almost like they're like just egging it. come on, do it. Because they are egotistical enough that they think they could win it. But listen, everybody, it's getting towards the end. I want to thank everybody for being here. Those that love the show, for those that hate the show, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I'm here every Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on shrmedia.com. Broadcasting to all your social medias. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble on SHR Media. On X. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot Twitch. We're on SHR Media. On X, it's through Jersey Joe or Reaver of Common Sense. Search either one, you'll find me. Spreaker, iHeart, Spotify, Apple, shrmedia.com. Click on the podcast. Find your favorite shows. And at 10 o'clock on Monday and Fridays, rebroadcast is through KLRN Radio. It's going to be a crazy 2 weeks right now, I'll tell you that. We do got some news coming up. And, news about SHR Media. And I hope to give it to you soon. With that, I'm going to kick out of here like less than a minute. I'll see you guys Friday.